Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 140, and it is Thursday, December the 18th.
Yeah, the 18th of December. This may or may not be the Christmas episode or the holiday
Yeah,
episode. It just
yeah,
depends. I don't know how next week's going to go.
yeah, because
Probably
what
not. It's
Christmas is,
Christmas Eve. We're not going to. No, we're not doing
yeah.
that. We're not doing
Well,
that.
no, the problem, the issue is I am off work next week, and Kelsey is also off for work next week, so I don't know.
All I know is that like my D&D game is also like canceled next week because it's like it's Christmas
Uh,
time, so it's all canceled, all of it.
do you know what the OSR is
Old school RuneScape.
in terms of, in terms of tabletop RPGs?
I know it's like is that like old school Revolution? I know there's like
Yeah.
yeah there's
Revolution, Renaissance, the
yeah
R changes.
yeah the class the new classic the new
Yeah, the
classics.
we are getting back to like D advanced D&D.
Yeah, I think that the old Black Mountain Games place runs or has people that have run those modules before.
Um, so I backed a Kickstarter 4 years ago,
Oh hell yeah,
and the books just now came in
hell
for
yeah,
Dolman Wood.
that's good. Yo, I'm glad they
Yeah,
did it.
there's quite a few there. Okay, not quite a few. There's a few Kickstarters that I've had that I backed, and then it turned into. So yeah, these tariff things, we're not 100% sure on how this is gonna play out, but we're not planning to charge you any additional money. But we are trying to figure this out.
Well, it's because it could change on a heartbeat, and that's the problem.
Uh-huh.
That's the
Yeah.
issue. I mean, that's the problems of of I don't know of
Yeah.
stuff.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I didn't. I've
Um,
never backed any Kickstarters because in my POV, I've always thought about like I'll get it when it's actually out.
hmm
So far, I have
Yeah,
not
and it's
been
also
burned.
it's one of those too where it's one, there's no reason not to, because literally you don't get charged unless it gets like it hits the funding level.
Yeah,
Counterpoint to that, we have all seen the Kickstarters of, oh, I promised too many presents and gifts for backer level, so now I can't fund the original thing.
I also think it's you get your creator that thinks they can do something, and then they quickly find out that the thing they kickstarted is way more complicated and expensive than they could have possibly imagined.
Uh-huh.
Where it's
And then
like,
suddenly they're donating X percentage of the money they raise from each of their streams to paying back the people that backed Two Realms the video game.
man, I feel bad for that every day. That's one of the crash outs of just every single day. I'm just like, man, big
Yeah.
sad.
Yep.
I don't know if I want. Okay, you need to tell us about you meeting your special guest. We alluded to it last time.
Oh, okay.
We need to
Um,
have this story before I start yammering about the game awards and AI and garbage.
so let's see. I guess it would have been last weekend before last. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Um. Yeah.
No, no,
No, the
it was
10th.
Tuesday. It was last Tuesday. It
Yeah,
was
last
last Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Uh, one of our friends here in Texas, Kelsey, met him at the School of Music, and he was going for his master's in composition to write music, and it was his birthday. And so we're like, oh yeah, sure, I guess it's a work night, so this is really inconvenient for us. But I understand how you being a gigging musician in a band, the weekdays are easier for your friends to get together than the opposite.
Oh yeah, because yeah, that. The weekdays are your weekends.
But anyway, so some of his other friends were there, and I recognized one of them because I was like, "Oh yeah, we've met. I went to your graduate like recital for your composition works." Uh, because I was like, "You did a piece called Blue Cow or something," and he's like, "Yeah." And then he talked about cows for a little bit.
Oh,
Well, as the night wore on, it turned into mentioning he'd had a successful piece for a video game. So naturally, what do you ask if someone says that?
oh, what game were you in?
Yeah, what game? I'm like 100%. I know how many games come out on Steam every day, so I was like, I'm not gonna know what game he got his work into. But it's like maybe I have, maybe it's something small. I do hear about a lot of weird niche games. I follow NoClip, I follow Jeff Gershman. Weird stuff comes across the table.
Sometimes your weird ass indie game comes out with the absolute AAA banger soundtrack. Always respect to the soundtrack of Space Warlord Trading Simulator, which has been on my list forever.
Yeah,
The key
like you just
song
don't look at all
Misery Index,
the
so
Toby
good.
Fox music.
Yeah, your Homestuck music. I
Yeah,
think I think
it's
Beatrice Quinn, who does the soundtrack of Super Lesbian Animal role playing game, is incredible. She does good work. But yeah,
well, he says that the little indie game that he got a couple tracks in, called Pizza Time.
or Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower. Sorry, yes, Pizza Tower. And his handle is Elvis. What is
Post
it?
Elvis,
Post Elvis. Yeah.
which he the song you have probably heard the most is the title select song whenever you're choosing your file, and it's very good. He's also done some like
And
interstitial work and some other stuff, but that's the big one. Whenever your file select screen, it's great. It's a great song.
uh, apparently has made enough made enough bank off of that he was able to quit his job and just kind of focus on an album he'd been wanting to write.
Hell yeah.
So Pizza Tower did quite well.
Pizza Tower
Quite
rules.
well, it sounds.
It's rules. It was. I don't know if it was on my game of the year for the game it came out. I can't quite remember, but it's up there. It was up there. When did Pizza Tower come out?
Last year?
No, it was 2023.
2 years ago. Okay.
Wow, what came out that year? Oh, okay. So it came out like the Street Fighter year, which Street Fighter has like recursively gone back and forth about winning Game of the Year. Also, Baldur's Gate 3. That was a packed year. But Pizza Tower was certainly on like my favorite experiences of that
Yeah,
year.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like, if it, yeah, I mean, Street Fighter is so good it crippled me. So
Yep.
we have to. That's going to be a high bar of a video game where I wanted to play it so much that it wounded me because I've injured myself and said, nah, I could keep going for a couple more days, and though I could not. But no, Pizza Tower is really good. I think it's one of the best platformers I've played probably since. Very excited for their next game, which is to be like a beat 'em up. It's like a. It looks like if someone made like not because Pizza Tower has I would say the art style of not Courage the Cowardly Dog. They're very sort of similar. They give a same
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
I think it for me it dips more into like the a certain like 90s comic aesthetic.
Yeah.
Sorry, a 90s comics with an X
Yes,
aesthetic.
I agree with that. There's a vibe to it, and like the next one's gonna be like a beat 'em up, and I'm like, that's gonna be cool. I'll probably get that because I get indie games. But yeah, so
Yep.
so 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 through Drew, we could now talk to the Mr. Sauceman crew, and I could get Horfo into Pizza Tower.
I mean, if you wanted to, I'm positive we could be like, hey, do you want to come on a podcast post Elvis and talk about your Pizza Tower soundtrack?
I could go all in, burn all my cred, put him in there. But nah,
I don't even think you'd have to burn
No,
cred.
that wouldn't be any cred.
I don't think you'd push it,
No,
but
no, he wouldn't do it.
but it'd be weird.
It would be
We'd get more
weird.
views, I think.
Yeah, and I think it'd be, as weird as it sounds, I think it'd be less respectful to him because I feel like he should have better things to do than this. And I don't know if I feel like it's also I'm not that good of an interviewer or whatever, and I think the conversation might peter out in like 5 minutes, and then
Yeah,
I'm
interviewing's hard
afraid.
because you have to have like your pre-listed questions, but you also have to be good enough to pick up nuggets that they drop and interrogate those.
Yeah, and you need to like have a vibe. You need to talk. You need to have a back and
And you
forth.
need, uh-huh, and so like you have to be able to figure out who the interviewee is and how to connect with them.
Yeah, like there's some people I feel like I could talk to, but there's a lot. Even if I feel like I would instantly just pull a blank. Like if you put them, if you
Huh.
somehow got like some people, I don't know, in this chat. Let's just say,
Andrew Hussey.
yeah, if you, oh God, if you put Andrew Hussey in here, I do not know what I would even begin to say. Or like Toby Fox. What am I supposed to talk to Toby Fox about? How would that go?
Yeah, man, I really like your video game.
Yo, I like your music. Yo, what do you, Toby Fox? What do you think about? What do you think about the Andy Serkis Animal Farm CG film? What do you think about that? How does that
You
make
gotta
you
go
feel?
see it.
Oh hell no.
No, I meant you're asking
Oh,
him.
I'm asking him. Do you gonna go see it? Yeah. Are you gonna? What about Back at the Barnyard? Is Back at the Barnyard a better film about talking animals than Animal Farm Andy
A hundred
Serkis?
percent. 100%.
I would also say I would put my chips in Back at the Barnyard.
Also, apparently that movie's already out.
Oh God, is it already out?
Like,
Was this one of
I
those
don't know
things that came
because
out like in England and England only?
I'm wondering if it debuted at like South by Southwest or a film festival because there's already reviews written about it that are cited on its Wikipedia page.
Wow, that's weird. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah,
they're making like the most 3D cartoon slop version of Animal Farm, which
like Illumination,
yeah,
but
like
even worse than Illumination's output.
yeah, I think Illumination would do a better job than this. Like
Yeah,
the literally the most cynical thing you could imagine what like the Animal Farm CG movie cartoon talking animal film would be. Like that's what this is. And I'm
uh, okay, yeah, it debuted at Annecy
okay.
back in June.
Cuz like I I as we've talked about with our respect for the cartoon dog Wishbone, who is Drew's avatar on Discord, is Wishbone.
Mm-hmm.
I I
Mm-hmm.
don't hate adapting classic literature for kids. I don't hate it. I would not
Yeah,
hate if you made Animal Farm for like I don't know PG rated instead of like
but
killing.
also Animal Farm is already a kid-friendly adaptation of a serious historical event.
Yeah, it's but
Like it doesn't need any more watching to like get to a child-friendly output. It's supposed to be fucked up for kids when they're like, wait, they sent the horse to the glue factory? Sorry, sent they sold the horse to the glue factory?
yeah, that's pretty fucked up, ain't it? But I feel like
Like,
even adding in some like Seth Rogen jokes, I don't hate that. If that was like if you were like 95% accurate and you wanted to throw in a couple of Seth Rogen jokes for the trailer, I don't hate that.
mm-hmm.
But this is not we like diverged completely and you're just saying like the quotable lines and then you have
Like
it's just I don't know, man.
I'm I'm very hopeful that it's like the Addams Family movie that came out 5 years ago or whenever, where the trailers were way worse than the actual movie.
So like you're seeing the work. So basically, the parts to appeal to John Q. Public are also the parts that are like anathema to us.
Yeah.
Where you're seeing like the grossest thing that you can imagine, but it's like, no, this will get the kid in the seat, and then we can, because they're this TikTok iPad child can't read anymore, so this is the only way we can impart stories to them. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Listen, iPad,
And
we're gonna
like,
take Coco Melon away and give you a book.
and then there is a bit of like there are some reviews, like I say, and one of them talks about that they've attempted to shift it from being a focus on the Russian Revolution to a like commentary on corrupt business in the 21st century.
I
And
but
I
then
don't think it's going to be able to deliver on that because the corrupt business owners would not let them make that movie.
yeah, the well are just I feel like if you wanted to do that, then you would have just made a different film. It's
Mm-hmm.
like if I wanted to go, yo, here's my sick film about our current political landscape and the problems that it's called, and I'm calling it Oliver Twist. Here we go. It's all. It's like
Like
no.
I think the problem is the first line of the Wikipedia article for it even said it's an animated fantasy comedy adventure film.
That's not Animal
That
Farm.
that's not Animal Farm.
No. Oh, yo, I'm glad that we have Animal Farm and we have like disambiguations or whatever, because there's multiple. There, there's multiple Animal Farms. Apparently, there's one in the 1990s.
Mm.
Is I I don't. Apparently, Kelsey Grammer is one of the pigs. I think he's Napoleon. I don't know. Is Babe Pig too? I don't know. Was this trying to capitalize on Babe Pig in the City or Babe? I don't know. There's just this mysterious Animal Farm 1990s. Who knows what it could be? I don't know if Drew might be muted.
No, I'm still here. Sorry,
Okay, that's
I'm
okay.
reading the summary of the original Animal Farm
You mean
because
movie
it's one of those
or film or book?
novella.
Oh, I haven't read that thing in forever. That's been a long time ago.
Like I'm trying to remember what boxer the horse who he represents, and it's one of those of like, does he just represent the proletariat getting like done dirty? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I didn't read the book for school, so it's like it's annoying.
Well, maybe we'll have to watch the Andy Serkis film.
I guess
Maybe
so.
we'll have to watch that, or maybe we can watch the 1990s version where like Elaine is one of the characters. We got Frasier and Elaine. They're all live action animals. I think that would work better. Honestly, like if you just had some pigs and you like gave him an apple so his mouth moves up and down, and then you had Frasier talk about some animals are more equal than others, I think I might be down with it. I think that's a better film.
Boxer has been compared to Alexei Stakhanov, a diligent and enthusiastic role model of the Stakhanovite movement.
I see.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course. Am I dumb? Is this making me dumb? Is it? Is this the grim truth that I am the target audience for Andy Serkis Animal Farm? because
I just feel
I'm
like
too
that movie's
dumb.
gonna end with like the pigs celebrating as all of them are wearing clothes.
No,
And
I
they're like closing a business deal to sell the farm, and they're like, we just made a cool 100 mil.
I think it's gonna end with like the pigs are gonna like overthrow the corporation trying to buy out Animal Farm, and Napoleon the pig is gonna be like, "Dang guys, I'm sorry about that. Will you forgive me?" And they're gonna be like, "Okay," and then they'll go back to
The way
normal on the farm.
Napoleon.
Like I like my gut tells me it's gonna be, oh, they're everyone's okay. And then they're gonna do like a dance number at the end, and then it'll be called Animal Farm Dances, the hot TikTok sensation. And
You
that's
know, if they deadass, if they would have made Napoleon have a shitty fake orange tan,
oh well, there
everything
no one's
else
talking about.
about the trailer could have been the exact same, and it suddenly been like, oh, this is scathing
Oh, that's
commentary.
scathing. Oh, that's too highbrow. It's too highbrow. It's too subtle. Very subtle. Did you watch any? Speaking of subtle, did you watch anything at the Game Awards? Did you watch any
No,
of that?
I never watched the Game Awards. I read the VGC article the next day that gives me all the
Yeah, you don't need to watch the Game
trailers
Awards.
and announcements.
You don't need to watch.
I don't care, and like I think it's it's an MTV Music Awards but for video
Yeah, I
games.
feel
And I don't care about the MTV Music Awards and I don't care about the Game Awards.
it's really interesting because I know the common joke is I want to watch Jeff Keighley's the commercials that he does twice a year because he just does
Mhm.
commercials, and it's because
Mhm.
it's video games and I like the commercials. But I'm also like, I don't, I really don't care about the winner of, or like the Jeff Keighley giving the award to Expedition 33 does not, to me, like, well, that's the game of the year. It's like,
Because it's also it's not even like the BAFTA Awards where they're actually celebrating technical achievements and artistry. It's not like, best
oh
so they
no,
have best
achievement.
performance, but it's not like they have best performance technical and best performance acting or whatever. Like they don't have most impressive like graphical running, or it's just like best RPG. Here you go. Best fighting game. How many fighting games came out this year, Jeff, that weren't re-releases?
It was one.
Fatal
It was
Fury.
Fatal Fury, and it won because it was the only one
Yeah.
eligible.
And so it's just like I don't care. And I'm not going to be one of these people who get mad and complain about it because they're still giving power to the thing.
Yeah.
Just don't care.
No, you
That's
don't.
like, if you don't like it, just don't care.
No, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't.
Maybe I had to watch the student guidance counselor video too many times about be cool and count to 5 and put your sunglasses on.
Yeah, don't be
But
hot, don't be cold. You gotta be
be cool.
cool. Yeah, I to me, I feel like whatever I say is my game of the year award is correct. And in the olden times, the Giant Bomb
Hmm. Yep.
Game of the Year podcast were incredible because they would just yell about
Yep.
video games for like 5 hours, and that was good.
Hmm.
That was good,
Yeah.
especially when all entertainment dies over Christmas, New Year's break. It's nice to
Yep.
have something on where I could listen to them argue
I
about like Skyrim for 5
I was
hours.
thinking about this the other day because I still feel that Nier Automata was robbed.
Oh, it was.
And like
What
and
came out
it's
that
one of
year?
those
What?
things of but it's one of those things of like I agree with Abby's perception, like the comment that 2B is a little too sexualized.
Yeah, but that's part of the point.
Okay, granted, but that's also like they could have made a point without like you can't say that's part of the point when it's like, oh, we wrote this specifically to get 2B's ass into this game. Like there's an intentionality there of like, no, I wanted a thick ass that we spent a lot of polygons making, and so I also just tied it into thematically. But it's like you can still be sexualized and not have your ass out.
No, I hear you. I completely hear you.
Uh, but but so like I agree with the sentiment she's making. Well, two, I don't actually think there's a problem with things being sexualized. I think people are sexual creatures and things get sexualized.
I
But
think
like
it's fine as long as it's not illegal or gross.
yes, yes, yes. And then but I think the problem though is like I can't imagine being in the room and not being aware of the optics of like, if this comes out and it's just me yelling at Abby saying the sexualization is not that big of a problem.
Yeah, you don't want to be the gamer man yelling at the woman that her feelings are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
And
want
so
that.
like anything
No, I
else,
hear that.
you know how like the giant bomb is full of digging your heels in and saying, "No, you're wrong. I'm not budging.
Yeah.
This is an endurance contest now." But suddenly that's not a viable option when someone's trying to say like, "No, I think dating daddies is like a way better game." And it's like, "No, it's not."
No, it's really not.
What was that game?
Dream
Dream
Daddy.
Daddy?
The visual novel that's like a gag because
Yeah.
it's DILFs. There
And like,
that was before that got
oh my god.
oversaturated and then completely just like destroyed.
I Dan had such a good counter argument to it when they were trying to say like, but it does something like new with the visual novel thing. And Dan's point of like, well, I haven't played enough visual novels to actually know if that's true or not. Have you? And her and Ben had not played enough visual novels to know if that was true or not.
I feel like I could. I, oh, Danganronpa V3 came out that year. Ooh.
I like Abby is generally, but I think she also brought some trouble. Giant Bomb. She's very much like Dan Riker, but in a different way.
I'd agree to that. I think Abby, as a person, I do not hate, but I do not think she meshed with the crew. Like I feel Austin Walker meshed in with that crew to me flawlessly. I think he
Mm,
just settled right in, and then he just went. But then
yep.
again, I think that's also
Jeff Bacalar settled into that
Jeff
crew and just
Bacalar
went.
completely fine, Drew Scanlon completely fine. Instant like, yep, just walked in, sat down, and it was like you've always been there. Then again, I think that's also Austin Walker's power because I've heard him on many things, and he's always like the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always glad to see Austin show up. I'm always like, yeah, I like him. I like Austin. I listen to at least two podcasts where he's there, and he makes me happy, and he says the things that I think, and I go, yeah, damn, he's right. He's right about
And he makes
Star
you sound
Wars.
smarter with how he says them.
Yeah, because he talks about Kreia Star. He eloquently, and I'm gonna keep talking about this on the Clone War on the Star Wars podcast, where he makes the claim that the Clone Wars is a genius title because they're all clones. They're all bred for war. The droids are bred for war. The clones are bred for war, and so are the Jedi. You're all a clone. You're all disposable. And I'm like, oh, it's so hard. Love it. Even though George Lucas didn't think that. Like, we all know that. But still.
Hmm.
Okay, so that Breath of the Wild beat Near Automata that year, and I think that is ghastly to me as someone who is a renowned Breath of the Wild hater. I would have not relented to that.
But also, your Breath of the Wild hater is calling it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm saying I would have okay, so their list like Mario Odyssey, I would have put Mario Odyssey above Zelda Breath of the Wild. But I would have gone
Damn,
with
they came out in the same
yeah,
year?
they did. That was when the Switch was cooking. It was like it launched with Breath of the Wild and then Mario came out like the same like in the summer.
Listen, I'm a realist, but I would put near like number 3.
Oh, I'd put near number 1. Unless there's some game this year that came out that I can't remember. I also think Divinity Original Sin 2 is way too low. They put it at 7. Persona 5 got too high. I think Persona 5 is one of the worst of the new
I just
Personas.
do not care about 5 at all. Like,
Uh it's not that's cuz 4 is the good one.
yeah, like 4 just nailed it. It's just 4 is still anime, but it's like anime still like regular high school kids. 5 is like they're not regular high school kids at this point.
No. For the characters, I also think I'm immune because it's blatantly inspired, let's say, by JoJo's Part 4, which is one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts. Like the more I think about it, like it's not my favorite part, but it's like way up there. It's way up
Mhm.
there. It might be second.
It's nice how mundane it
Well,
is.
that's why I think the mundanity contrasts so hard with the stand battles. It makes it work so well because you have this incredibly fantastic thing, and then it's like, yeah, we had to go to school. I'm using my thing to get money so I can buy treats. I got injured, so now I have to drive my motorcycle real fast. It's like it's great. It's great. The stakes are not like world ending. It's like the serial killer man. We got to stop him because he keeps killing random girls, and the ghost wanted me. Oh, it's great. It's good. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I tried Marvel Rivals, and I don't think I can play those games anymore. I don't think I can do it. I think I'm too old.
Is it first person?
Third person.
It's third person. Okay.
Yeah. So like one of the reasons why I picked it is because they added Rogue and her fat ass, and when you select her, you can see her fat ass at all times. And I'm like, all
Mm,
right, you got me. But then
yep.
it's I can't play it because there's too much going on, and I can't aim and keep track of my abilities, and I don't want to like it's this is the first time I feel like my video game skills at a certain thing are gone, and my age is like not going to allow them to come back because the amount.
Yeah, it's just being out of practice
Well, it's
and
it
like,
yeah, it's out of practice, and because of how like my hands and like my gameplay style, where I can't just say, all right, I'm gonna get good at this game and play it for 3 hours a day until I'm good again, and it doesn't
well,
work.
well,
It doesn't work. Like 2x KO I can play because all of my fighting game knowledge means that even at like the roughest state, I can still hit like the combo. I could do combo into special into super into tag super. I can do that. I can still do that. It's fine. It's not optimal, but I can do
also
it.
they have like different assist types, so you can have the easy peasy assist options.
Yeah. Well, it's more like it kind of has the not it's sort of Dragon Ball Fighter, sort of not. Where like you can do the maybe the modern mode Street Fighter would be a better. I think modern Street Fighter would be more apt of how like the controllers of 2XKO are, because I think it's like modern mode Marvel, like modern mode Marvel Infinite, if that makes sense. Where you're still like
Sure.
tagging and you're still doing combos, but you can be like, all right, I don't have a ton of buttons. My Teemo combo is just going between like mediums and heavies. Sometimes they're low, sometimes they're high. And you're doing like an aerial, but it's like I'm bouncing and then going down and then doing like a OTG pickup to do it again and ending it in the super. It's not complicated. It looks complicated, it's not because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't destroy my hands because that's a big benefit. Big benefit of
Mhm.
that game. But I like, but so it's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm too old. My reflexes are done. Because I beat Silk Song. I can play fighting games, but I can't do shooters anymore. I can't do
Yeah.
it. Like that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Fortnite, because I couldn't do it. Like I was getting
Oh
beat.
man, they even put in no build, Kevin.
I played no build. At first, I did build, and then I couldn't do build anymore, so I went to no build, and then I couldn't do that anymore. And then I was just like, I'm done. I can't do this. I can't. I'm too old. Like Call of Duty, I'm not gonna do. I just can't. Can't.
Man, Call of Duty, the new one's in the throes.
Oh, it's real bad. It is in a real bad spot. They're giving it away. They're saying like we're not gonna do it every year. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. No, so no, they're like if you look at their statement and look at what they did what Modern Warfare 3 and then Modern Warfare 2 and then 3 in consecutive years, and then they did Black Ops 6 and 7 in consecutive years.
Yeah.
And Black Ops 7 and Modern Warfare 3 have both sucked ass. So I think they're going back to their regular model of no, we do Modern Warfare 1 year, and then we do Black Ops the next year, and then we do Modern Warfare, and we alternate.
Yeah, because that's why they had two teams. You had your Treyarch and your Infinity Ward, and you went them back and forth.
Hmm.
But man,
Jeff Gershman posited maybe it's time they introduce a third Call of Duty into the mix.
they should probably do so. I think a 3 to 4 year dev time is optimal. Because devs have gone way
Yep.
too long. So, okay, I want to talk about before I complain about a. Do you want to complain about AI or talk about all of the other reindeer? Because I watched all of the other reindeer again, as
Okay,
linked on my
tell me
Blue
if you
Sky.
don't think all of the other reindeer is kind of like a Guilty Gear X-Erd precursor.
Okay, elaborate because I think I might agree with you, but elaborate for people.
Because I feel like you can see that, and it does an exceptional job of making you think it's two-dimensional, and it is all CG models.
That's what I like watching all of the other reindeer from 1999 animated by like the Jimmy Neutron people. I believe it's the Jimmy Neutron crew that's animated it. I think there's some Simpsons crew because you can hear voice acting, and it's Matt Groening was like produced it.
Yeah.
But
And like
man,
Homer is the voice
of
of
the
a few
mailman,
characters.
yeah, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it when Homer shows up. When you can hear him, I'm like, oh, that's just Homer.
Yep. Like,
But
all right.
but yeah, I think all of the other reindeer look so good, and I think
I do too.
it's amazing how good it looks, and it still
Like,
looks.
it is incredibly stylized and is nailing it. I think there's some backgrounds that aren't the best, but for the most part, they got it.
Because they kind of it's like they're going for that pop-up storybook style, and they've nailed it.
Hmm.
So even though the backgrounds look like cardboard boxes, I'm like, yeah, because that's what we're watching. It's like Paper Mario. It's how the Paper Mario games look incredible. At least like
Yeah.
Thousand Year Door in the original one, and you're like, this game looks incredible because it's trying to just be like flat. It's flat models with detailed like drawings that are in flat colors, so they can get away with a lot. And it's looks really good. I also think it's funny. I think the
I
songs are pretty
forgot
good.
they named the penguin Martini.
It's really there's a bit of like sleaziness to all of the other reindeer that to me makes it way better than your average like Christmas film.
Also, I didn't catch this as a kid, but I think it's ingenious that they have the flea mishear the radio to be like, no, they said olive. They didn't say all of. They said all of the other reindeer. And then he's the one who's mishearing her owner telling Olive of like, no, he hates you and wants you gone. He's getting a new dog.
Yeah,
Like I thought that was a very good of like, oh, they established this flea is not a reliable
yeah, narrator
translator.
or just he has hearing issues.
Yeah. And then it's like, man, that's I didn't even think about that as a kid, but they were like, no, we set it up and then we continued. Our film has internal logic.
No, it has internal logic. I think even though it's very, very sweet and it almost made me tear up at the end when Olive was trying her best and no one was caring. But the idea that everyone just kind of gave up on Christmas and was tired of it, that's a very adult, like, thing.
Isn't it though? I'm just like,
Like,
nah, fuck
fuck
it.
it. Fuck Christmas. And you're just like, no, I get it. I get the appeal of when you went all of the other reindeer goes to the dive bar or the reindeer and the guy, they're just tired of it. They're just sick of it. And you're like, yeah, I get it.
Hmm.
She goes to the
Also, I'm very confused about the world they live in. Is Olive the only sentient dog, or
I
are all dogs
I think
sapient?
I think all animals are somewhat sapient. At least, well, remember they did say Olive is not like other dogs. They keep saying
Yeah,
that.
but like Martini, and it's not like she's talking and only we hear her.
No, people hear
She
her.
is conversing with her owner.
No, she talks to people. Olive
So
has
like,
sapient rights.
yeah, like clearly she's just freeloading though off of her owner. It's just like, nah, this is dogs still don't have to work. We are still free.
Yeah, I'm
So
slow.
technically, that makes humans the slave class.
But then again, Martini also was apparently at the zoo, and now he's selling fake watches, and at the end he becomes the mailman. Get that gratuity.
So yeah.
So I don't know. Don't think about it too much. But it's also that kind of thing where nah, you just gotta accept that storybook logic. How Olive gets on a bus that
Mm,
drives to the North Pole. They just
yeah.
gotta yeah.
It's the if you're worried about how they eat and breathe, just remember it's a TV show.
They literally have the Deus Ex Machina present where that's how Olive escapes the back of the mail truck. You just gotta it doesn't matter. It's about vibes. I like the vibes to Olive the other reindeer. Great little film. I'm glad.
Also, I like. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm glad my memory of liking this was correct, and I was like, oh, thank the Lord. I was not betrayed by time. The rose-colored glasses were actually just regular glasses. It was fine.
Yep. Score. Haha. Also, I like that Edward Asner is Santa Claus in this, like 4 years before he was Santa in Elf.
I don't like Elf. I want to be clear. Didn't I don't like
I
Elf.
like Elf. And but I was literally talking to this to Kelsey earlier today where I think I'm elfed out. Like I need a year off from Elf. Like it's just too saturated. It's too everywhere now.
I already God, I forgot his name.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I Will Ferrell rubs me the wrong way. And
He's your Jim Carrey. Got it.
yeah, no, 100%. It's just something about him really rubs me the wrong way. I'm not saying that like I'll never watch a movie he's in. I'm never gonna be like,
But you're
oh,
just automatically like, I'd rather not watch. Let's find something else.
I would. There's other Christmas films I would rather watch. I,
Hmm.
but like if I had to, I'd rather watch Jingle All the Way.
No, yep, yep. That's one of our yearlies here.
Yeah, that's a great. Gotta be Turbo Man.
There's that movie definitely has aged some.
Yeah. Oh well, every movie is gonna have some problems.
Like when I don't think it's Sinbad. I think it's one of the Santas in the like workshop, or like I think it's Jim Belushi who says he's like, "You look more nervous than a dog in a Chinese restaurant." And it's like, oh, ooh,
No.
Jim Belushi.
Oh. This year we're going to attempt to watch because it's on Amazon Prime the hit James the Rock Johnson movie Red 1 or whatever. I have mentally prepared for garbage.
Yeah,
I hope I'm not disappointed. I hope it's good
I would say
garbage. I want
try
like
try to.
I want good garbage. I don't want bad
I was gonna say
garbage.
try to find Brazil. Brazil is like a Christmas movie the same way Die Hard is, where it just happens to take place at Christmas time, but it's actually good.
Hell yeah. I don't know. What do you think about all this AI garbage? How Firefox is
I
putting
think the
AI in it, and everything's putting AI in it, and I just hate
yeah, I
it.
know. I'm at the point where I'm like, am I gonna stop using Firefox now? Am I gonna switch to apparently WaterFox now?
Uh,
Didn't have that on the cards.
if my YouTube ad block stops working, I'll investigate. Basically, if something gets noticeably worse, I'll have to leave.
Well, so it's gonna be like you're not. Sorry, I don't know what the hell's like catching in my throat.
No, I hear it. No, it's old and it's this time of year. That happens
Um,
sometimes.
but like, so it's gonna turn into Firefox. You're not navigating Firefox. You're navigating an AI that's navigating Firefox, is how it sounds.
If they go full on and do that, then I will leave. If it's just like go into the menu and turn on the AI or you're able to go into the menu and turn off the I will still use
Yeah,
Firefox. But once it's like you can't turn it off, then it's
yeah.
time to go. That's my
It's I'm at the point where I'm looking at alternatives to know where they are.
yeah. We're gonna because listen, all I need my web browser to do is to like
Mhm.
install uBlock Origin so YouTube does not have ads. That's literally it.
Uh-huh.
At this point,
Yep. Mhm. 100%.
that's all I use it.
But did you see the great postal
No,
play out that's happened?
I have not.
Okay, I let me pull these up. Let me.
All right.
So, the video games Postal,
Yes.
the like the edgy try hard video
Yes.
games.
Running with
So,
Scissors
so
presents Postal.
yes. So they had a new one announced, and after like the trailer showed, the community were all like, "Hey, this looks like there's AI in here." Um, to which both Running with Scissors was producing it but not making it.
Oh, I
The
see.
developer was Goon Swarm Games,
Oh, wonderful.
and but here you go. Responding to Discord users who continue to claim it was AI, Jarrett Schachter replied. Jarrett Schachter is the co-owner of Running with Scissors. It's literally not. Sorry guys, your wet dream is wrong. Dead fucking wrong. Meanwhile, Running with Scissors community manager told one Discord member they were a retard for believing generative AI was used. Goon Swarm Games responded to players posting uh, proved videos showing like uh, the layers and the drawings that it couldn't be AI, and they keep doubling down and insulting their community. Um, and then we get despite initially defending the developer and criticizing those making accusations, Running with Scissors eventually posted a statement on X in which it appeared to backtrack, saying its trust in the studio was broken and that the game had been canceled.
Oh. Wah wah.
Uh, Goonsworn Games, however, then said, let's see, where's the quote? Our project and everything we built over the past 6 years was canceled in just a few days. Our studio was mistakenly accused of using AI generated art in our games, and every attempt to clarify our work only escalated the situation. In the last few hours, we've received a large number of threats, insults, and mockery, which pushed us towards a very difficult decision. We're truly sorry for the artists who put their soul into this and supported our studio, only to face false AI accusations. We've decided to shut down the studio and end all future activities. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, so
I
they were
think you can tell where this is going.
yeah, I lay it on me. Lay it on me.
The next day, the next day, The last few days have been overwhelming. As a small studio suddenly pushed into the spotlight, we reacted emotionally and defensively. The accusations came as a shock, and we needed time to breathe, look at everything calmly, and understand what truly happened. After taking that time and conducting an internal review,
Ah, there we go.
we agree with your criticism.
There we go.
The promo art does appear to include or be influenced by AI generated material.
Ah, there we
And
go.
even then, they try to push off the onus of saying, no, this was contracted artists.
Ah, so
This
it's the
wasn't our internal team.
so,
Like, it's still trying to say, but it wasn't us.
so that
Even though we're canceled,
yeah,
like,
we're
we've shut down our studio, but no, it wasn't us.
the
Like, y'all were.
mysterious contract worker who just mysteriously shows up and does all of the AI work, and then they go, "Wow, got rid of that guy."
Mm-hmm. But it's, oh my God, it was such a roller coaster of just like this is why no one cares about Postal.
I would
Like, it's
say
not because it's edgy and like, oh wow, they're so edgy. It's because they're like fucking lame.
I was gonna say it's because it's lame. Because the ideal of Postal would be if you were accused of using AI art, you would say yes, and then you would use even more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I'm like, that's the vibe of Postal. The vibe of
Yeah.
Postal is fuck you. Oh, you hate this? Here's more.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Postal. Is I mean, that's the ideal. And the fact that you couldn't
Mhm.
take it means that you don't understand. You're not
You
truly
don't
edgy.
understand your own product.
No, you don't understand it. You're not edgy. You're not even kinda not edgy.
Yeah.
You weren't born on the real internet. That's all this tells me. That was something where it was like, I think it was a tweet I saw that said like all these people now they weren't around. It was something along the lines of, "I'm glad that the internet is nicer now than what it was in the way
Mm-hmm.
long ago." And someone was like, "No, you can't be serious." It goes, "Oh, but I am." And all I gotta say
Yeah.
is, "That's true."
Kelsey was watching some video where it was, oh my God, it just sounded like a fucking 4chan post complaining about social justice warriors.
Ugh.
And I was like,
Ugh.
what are you watching? And she's like, it's like, well, I'm just like listening to the other side of arguments and stuff. And it's like, okay, but like they like I could not listen to it of like it was the most cherry picking thing in the world, and especially for someone who wasn't even in the worst parts of the internet, because I could tell from how she was talking she was not hanging out on 4chan.
Nah,
It
you
was
weren't
just
down
like,
there.
it sounds more like the fucking high schoolers who are mad they can't say gay and retarded as insults
Oh,
anymore.
you mean like our president and Elon Musk?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't in the real shit. They weren't
And it
sending each other sonic inflation pornography as a hilarious gag.
and it's one of those things of it's like, granted, it's not as extreme, but it's not that different from the people who are like, man, I really want to say the N word.
No,
Oh
it's the same
boy,
one.
it's not fair. They took that one away from me.
Well, it's the same as like, yeah, you're limiting as like the peak of comedy is I can't say the no word because I want to say it,
Yeah.
and you're just like, no,
And
no, you
like
don't
they
even
pull
know.
she tried the video tried to pull up like a George Carlin like stand-up bit where he's talking about like the sterilization of language. But the bit she pulled up was where he talks about like how it was called shell shocked and now it's called PTSD. And it's like, well, that's medical
Yeah,
terminology.
that's like a
That's not
med.
the same
That's
thing as,
not a slang.
yeah, like that's not the same. It's, notice how no one has moved into calling like using intellectual disability as an insult.
I still think,
It's,
and this is one of my grand postulations, is that the actual word of the insult doesn't matter. It's the tone
oh
and
yeah, no.
implication. And
Uh-huh.
I just It's the one Dota 2 game. I've talked about this and I will continue. Where
No, no, go ahead. I love the story. It's
some
so good.
guy was calling all of our he was messing up and calling all of our team members like various slurs for sexual and racial slurs. And I just said,
Yep.
"Shut up, you big baby." And then he goes, "I'm not a baby." And he calls me sorry. I was like, "Big baby" uses his words. Where, big baby. And then he just started freaking out, and other people started calling him a baby, and he just left. Couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. It was just like I was like, where, big baby. Baby use big word. And he just couldn't handle it. Could not handle it. Just screaming. And I'm just like, well, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you're saying. It's the tone. I said you were a big baby, and then everyone else said yes, you are a big baby, and then you freak out, which makes everyone say, "Look at the big baby, he cried."
Uh-huh. You gotta breathe in, count 10, and be cool.
Yeah, be cool. Yeah, be cool.
He came. He was hot, and then he was cold. He was never
Cool. You're
cool.
never cool. You need to watch that guidance. Listen, kids don't understand. Guidance is important. Those guidance videos that were garbage, they actually got in there. That's the whole point. Oh, they got in there. There's a lot of that's the thing about schools. A lot of that stuff gets in there. And it doesn't it's
You don't realize it.
You do not realize it. You're watching this crap and you're like, dude, I don't care about all these just say no videos. And then there'll be that one time where some guy says, "Hey, you want to smoke some marijuana?" And you just go, "Nah, I don't really want to." And you're like, "Damn it." Because I've never done it. I was offered once and I just said nah. And I was like, oh God, the guidance video was right.
Yeah. Yeah, you just say nah. People don't care. They're like, okay, that's fine.
Fine. You don't have to go. You don't have to do peer pressure. You just say no.
Yeah.
You say walk away.
Just say no. Yeah.
Just walk away. That's the grim truth. That's why I don't have kids. Oh man, that would not work well. I think about it though. Mainly because like when everyone's yelling about like have a kid, and I'm just like, no thank you.
Yeah.
No thank you. I'm not even on like step one of that sucker. I'm like way behind that. Did you like Return of the Obra Dinn?
Yeah. I'm still playing it, but it's one of those where it's been in my Steam queue since it went on. Actually, I think it's been on my Steam wish list for a hot minute, but it finally went on sale this year at like a price where I was like, oh, you know what? I should grab this. But more importantly, I've been playing it on my new Steam Deck.
Ooh, Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so good.
I think we're
Also, I found out I'm the certain kind of weirdo where I was like, oh, the most expensive Steam Deck has that weird anti-glare cover over the OLED screen that kind of ruins the picture quality of an OLED screen.
No,
So it's
I
like,
hear ya.
well, I guess I'm not getting that one.
Oh yeah, I hear you. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like it's like $100 cheaper and a better picture quality. All
Yeah.
right.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think because I keep thinking like realistically my game of the year would also be Expedition 33, but then Roller Coaster Tycoon 2
Yeah.
is really good. I keep coming back to it. It soothes me. But yeah, that's all I got for the holidays.
I mean, that's the first thing I played on this was Vampire Survivors.
Hell yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, Vampire Survivors.
Oh hell, oh that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's nice little test out. Just like, ooh, ooh. And then before you know it, a couple hours later, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
But I was smart. I washed the dishes before I started playing, so that way it couldn't be like, wow, you didn't do anything. You've just played that. I was like, uh-huh. No, and I think that's what being an adult is. It's like it's knowing how to head off things at the pass. that's really what responsibility is. It's like, no, I can be a dredge on society, but you just have to meet a certain standard first, and then no one cares if you're a dredge on society.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Oh, my Steam replay looks really weird.
But yeah, I saw it. Yours was shared, and so I looked, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, my Steam
it's all
replay is
roller coaster tycoon.
well, it's like it was UFO 50. It's like Roller Coaster Typhoon, UFO 50, and then like a little bit of some robot. It's like, yo, remember in March we played a lot of Mech Warrior? And I'm like, I kind of do remember I played a lot of Mech Warrior.
Also, like, I don't. Okay, so my Steam replay, I played 5 games. The average is the Steam median is 4 games. So I somehow played more and you know, like I don't. It's very confusing.
Yeah, like it says I've played 16 games.
Yeah.
Okay, there's. Oh god, some of that was like Hive Swap.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Icky.
Yep.
I played a lot of Nubby's Number Factory. Yo,
But I
Nubby's
guess if
Number
it's
Factory.
but it's median. So I mean, that means there has to be a ton of people who played like their one game because they just played the one live service
Yeah,
game
like
all
they're
year.
playing Marvel Rivals and like maybe one of the game. Like
And especially now, Call of Duty counts as one game because it's in one launcher.
if I had Magic the Gathering Arena on this as the launcher, then my stats would look way more bad. But I have
Yeah.
that in its own launcher. It's not connected.
And like mostly also I'm very hyped to play Marvel versus Capcom Infinite and Beyond.
Oh yeah, you can do that now.
Yeah, I can do that now. I
Yeah,
got something that can actually run that.
there's a couple games coming out I'm pretty interested in.
I will say also talk about mods. The worst part of Obra Dinn to me is one, some of the deaths are a little finicky of like, okay, that's kind of bullshit. And then two, that you can't just jump from death to death from inside the notebook. You literally
Oh,
have to mark it and then walk around the boat until you get to that corpse and then launch it.
yeah, it feels like if you found that you should be able to kind of like warp to standing next to it or something.
Yeah, like
That's
at the very least. But
well, I think every mystery game like that I've played, it, and almost all of them have it where 80 to 90% of the time it's going smoothly, and then there's like that one little bit of bullshit, and then that just grinds
mhm,
everything to a halt, and you're just like,
mhm,
okay, I know I don't know with over because I know some about, but it's just saying. Let's just say the mast swung around and knocked the guy off the ship and like I got the
yeah.
guy, I got the mask swung around, I got the guy who was supposed to be looking at it and missed up, but I missed, but the case wasn't solved because I didn't get the guy who was drunk. That was also against the mask sleeping, but I didn't get
Yeah.
him or whatever because I didn't
And
because. He was. It looked like he was sleeping, but I didn't find the alcohol, so I couldn't say drunk. Even though I knew he's drunk,
hmm
but I couldn't say it.
yeah, or and like there's other stuff where one of the memories has one of the members say something about his brother. So you're like, "Oh great, now I have to look through the crew list and find the 2 people in this 60-person list that have the same last name." And there is no way to sort this damn list by alphabet. It's just
Yeah,
and so it's like, okay, great. Here we go. We're just and so some of this stuff I'm just like, I'm just pulling up the wiki. I don't
yeah.
care.
No, that's
If
fine.
I know how to get the solution, I am just pulling the solution up. I am
Uh,
not.
yep, 100%. That's how I play. I've gotten to the point in some of those games, some of those visual novels, where I'm just like, nah, dog, we're doing it. We're just pulling this up. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Yep. And I think the worst one so far has been like there's one memory where there's like a lit cannon that's come loose, and there's like two guys in front of it, and then you go to the next memory forward, and one of the two guys has been shot and like is completely fucked up. And you're like, okay, you died by cannon shot, and the other one is just gone. And it's like I spent a chunk of time just looking around, like, did he run up the stairs? Did he decide, fuck this, that cannon's about to go off, I'm getting out of here? And like, finally, I just looked, and it's like, oh, he falls out the window.
Oh.
The cannon is pointing like maybe parallel to the like ship's wall, and then the guy who falls out the window is positioned further inside than the one who gets shot.
I see.
So it's just like, it's just looking at the physical storytelling, it makes no sense for this dude to fly out that window.
That's because they elucidated geometry of the mysterious Eldritch deeps. There's a spatial anomaly. You didn't click on the warped space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
but I think I've gotten to the point now where I have to start looking at people's shoes and socks and trying to match them to the seamen and topmen, and it's like,
yeah.
we're at this part of the game. Okay, great.
The part that's like turned me off of Blueprints, where I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Blueprints would be a really cool game, and then I hear people complain that it eventually gets to like bullshit where you're going, I need to get these two rooms to spawn, and they're on random chance, so my only thing is I just have to keep running until it happens. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that just sucks.
I don't want that.
Like, I don't. They're especially for Obra Dinn. I get the guy had a design philosophy of like wanting to use like as least buttons as possible or whatever. But that means there's quality of life shit he could have just added to the unused buttons.
I'm just looking.
But overall, I like it. It's pretty good. I'd give 4 out of 5.
No, I mean, it's cool. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. I get that. It's one of those where you're like, yo, this has problems. I really like some parts of it. I really don't. It's good.
Yeah.
And with that,
just like no going into it that, there's a wiki out there. At any point, you can just be like, I'm just filling out this book. It's fine.
don't be afraid. Listen, you're a grown up. If you're listening to this, you got time. Don't be afraid to hit that wiki. Don't be afraid to hit it.
Yeah.
I've long like, no, I'm just gonna look something up. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I will
we gotta
say,
end it because I gotta go to
wiki...
the bathroom. Please let me go.
Oh, okay. Get out of here.
Bye.
Get out of here.